All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage. And today we're going to talk about some big changes happening around here. But first, as always, we're going to pull a few orders, see what sold over the weekend. So let's jump into that first. And what do we got?
We sold a ding dong bell.
A what?
A ding dong bell. Ding 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 ding. We sold our Indiana glass bell.
That one there. All right, so that's it. Did we put a black light on that to see if that glowed?
I don't remember. I don't have one out here either, I don't think. But that's a Sandwich, Indiana, sea green tiara glass bell.
I asked the other day, I think, why sandwich?
I think it's just the pattern.
There's no sandwiches, it's flowers.
I don't know. That's just what I found on something else and it said sandwich.
Anybody know anything about sandwich glass? You can't eat it, I'm sure of that.
Try it.
Nope.
But anyways, that we've held on to for quite a while. And I finally just gave in and sent out not a crappy offer, but we made money on it. So we sold that for $10.
There you go.
Somebody's going to enjoy their dingy, dingy, dingy bell.
Well, we probably did pretty good on it because we didn't pay anywhere near $10 for that.
No, I think we only paid $1 or $2.
I was going to say, I know we wouldn't have paid much for that. All right, so what do we got next?
We sold a VCR DVD combo.
All right, I won't take the camera with me. I'll just go grab it and come back. So that's that one there. And we bundle up a set of RCA cables and a blank tape with them whenever we can. And this one is actually DVD and VHS combination.
Yep.
I don't even know what this brand is.
Funai.
A Fu what?
F-U-N, a Funai. Funai, F-U-N-A-I. Never heard of it? It was only on the store for like a couple hours. Some guy messaged asking if both pieces work, and we said yes, and he said, I'm purchasing right now.
Yep, so no idea what that is or who actually makes it, but we did look it up at the sale where we bought it, and it looked like the comps were pretty decent if it worked. We're just over 50-50, so probably about 60% of the VCRs we buy have worked, and 40% have ended up in the garbage. So 60% that work are definitely making up for throwing away the 40%. So this one sold for how much?
$69.50. Why do you do such weird numbers on your dollars?
It was probably an offer.
No, it was full price.
How much was it?
$69.50. You always do like the 50 cents and I do 99 or 49.
Probably because the comp said $70, so I brought it down by 50 cents.
Next time do 69.49. Everybody likes the nines. Just saying.
Well, apparently I don't.
Next up, we sold a hat. We sold the Chevy Chevy checkered hat.
All right, so it's that one there.
Checkered flag is the brand.
Yep, checkered flag's the brand. So
It looks like a kid's hat.
I think it is a youth hat. And we generally don't pick up NASCAR stuff. If we saw this today, I'd leave it alone. I don't know why did we get this? We must have got this in a bundle deal with a box of something because I wouldn't have bought that by itself.
I don't know. I don't even know where it came from.
So we probably got a quarter in that, and it sold for what?
$15.
Really?
Yes, $15.
Wow. Somebody really liked their Chevy racing. So, all right. So what do you got next?
We sold a Callaway golf club cover. Golf head, I don't know what they call them.
That one there. And that came out of a box. I bought a whole box of different head covers, and they all look brand new, like they've never been on an actual golf club before. But there was no tags or anything, so we listed them all as used. And that one sold for how much?
$8.75. But how do you know what golf clubs they covered?
Some of these had tags on them that you put a number in. Some of them, it just doesn't matter, I guess. You just put them on.
Like you just assume because it's big and fat like that, it goes on a wood? That wasn't meant that way. No, I'm serious. Because they have some that are small and skinny.
Well, those would go on the irons because that's what they fit on. And these would go on woods and drivers. And
okay. Well, I don't golf, so I don't know. Crap.
Just like clothes, you put them on what they fit on, right? I don't know.
Help me out. Help me out, people. I don't golf. How do you tell what head cover goes on what? Do all of the ones that are this size go on the woods and the driving irons?
I think some of them say and some of them don't. These ones just don't. So,
sure.
I don't know. Golf goes on a golf stick. All right, so one of the first big changes that we got to talk about today is we've actually finally got this shop cooled down a little bit to where we can work out here without sweating to death, because while we do have heat to keep us warm in the wintertime in here, this is a metal building and it's insulated, but in the summertime you will bake inside of a big metal box.
It's hot. You sweat. You just sweat a lot in places you don't want to sweat.
Yep. And it's also not great for inventory with the humidity and the heat. Can't have any like Scentsy candles or anything like that. Like pretty much anything that could be affected by humidity or heat, mold, anything like that, you really didn't want to have in here too much during the summertime, which we're just kind of finding that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, because last year when we started, we didn't have to worry about it because
No,
we
that was
went
in
right from
August,
fall
September.
into summer or into winter.
It was a problem we had to figure out, and we did. So we
We
decided,
didn't kill each other.
we decided to take on the challenge of actually installing air conditioning in this building by ourselves.
It's just a window unit through the wall.
So it's that
And our
guy
lovely
there.
glasses. Again, I want to reiterate, we did not kill each other.
We almost killed
It
each
came
other.
close. It did come close.
We
It
did.
did come close.
Yeah, for anybody that resells with their spouse, or anybody that works with their spouse, period, for any amount of time on anything, probably knows what that challenge was like. We always get it done, though. We always complete the job.
We did have fun. We got it done. By the time we were done and the air kicked out, it felt so good in here.
To say it's a challenge to work with your spouse is probably an understatement. Now, you take the normal challenge of that and you add instructions written by a 9-year-old Chinese girl and throw that on top of it. And I slept lightly the next following night
Why?
because I was afraid.
I wasn't going to smother you. I only want to smother you when you snore.
I don't snore.
Okay.
So yes, that was an interesting project, but we did get through it. We had to kind of make up our own instructions for,
Yeah, because
A
it
good chunk
didn't
of it?
tell you how to do part of it.
and the pictures they were showing weren't
Clear.
not well. I don't even think they were of that.
They were of it. It's
One of
just
them might have been a
very
dog.
small. There was no dog.
So we had to do a little wiring, we had to do a little cutting and construction, but the job is done. We now have air conditioning in here, 24,000 BTUs of not
Cold
sweating
air.
your gonads
that.
off.
Or-
I say that right, gonads. That's
Yes.
fine.
Or boob sweat.
We're not doing that.
Or, well, okay, so let's just say crack sweat.
Crack sweat.
Yes.
Yeah, no more crack sweat in the Grams of Pops vintage
No,
shop.
no more crack sweat.
So, air conditioning is in, and it feels way better in here. So now we can keep pulling and packing items, and that leads us to our next item, which is what?
We sold the brats. We sold Formal Funk Super Stylin' Nevra.
Maybe it's that one there. She's got no clothes, and someone stole her feet, and she sold for what?
She sold for $14.99.
With no feet. Brat
She-
stalls.
Yeah, and she's not one of the not staple, how do you say it? Like one of the original dolls. There's like a few that are original from the beginning, but she is not one of them.
Keep your eyes open for brat stalls. If you're getting them cheap, pick them up. They're not all good.
No,
but,
they're not all good. Most of them will sell for anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks.
Yeah, they're all worth picking up if you get them cheap enough.
Yeah, and there are some that are holy cow.
Yep. Okay,
Yep.
what's next?
We sold some Tupperware. I sold my Tupperware chop tray. I don't know hold on, what's it called? Cutting board.
Is that one? Okay, so it's some kind of cutting board with a little juice tray around it, I'm guessing.
Yep, and the little white piece comes off, and there's actually a little on the back, you can see the outline of it. There's a little white scraper to scrape like around it. I gotta dig that out of my tote because it must have fallen
What do you
off.
cut on that?
Anything.
Why would you cut on a cutting board that small? Why
Well,
not just
if you
get a
have
regular-
limited amount of space, like that's a camper cutting board. Like it's tiny. But that's not, my mom had one of those when we were kids and she used it to cut everything.
Why wouldn't you just get a cutting board that whole size instead of this little circle?
I don't know. People like little things. Space saver. People like space saving things. I don't know. But I picked it up for $1 at a church garage sale. Church sale? Is that church garage? Church sale? And it sold for $9.99.
I don't know. I'm not convinced that's practical in any way, shape, or form. Like you could just get a
Oh,
8 by
hold
8.
on. I didn't read or is that just the color? It's a chop and pour, but it says orange.
For cutting oranges?
No, I don't know for sure. But I think it's just I put the color
You
orange
have no
in
idea
there.
what you sold, do you?
Yes, I do. It's a cutting board. It's a chop and cut. Chop and pour. Chop and pour.
Chop. What do you get to chop a carrot and pour the carrot juice out? What are you chopping
No,
on
but
it?
it's like if you do tomatoes, all the juice goes on there and then you just pour it away.
Yeah, we don't know what we sold, but it sold for how much?
$9.99.
Okay.
It's Tupperware.
Impractical and ridiculous Tupperware. All right, what do you got next?
Finally, I sold an LOL OMG doll. We sold Pop BB.
All right, that's her. If you ever run into LOL out in the wild, we
Leave 'em
suggest
alone.
you leave them right where they're sitting because we have had no luck. We've actually had pretty horrible luck with LOL dolls. What did she sell for?
$9.95.
We've had horrible luck with LOL everything.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of cards. Anybody interested? I'll sell them to you.
All right, what do we got next?
So we got a lot of questions on this next one. It was really weird. I have no clue. We sold a mustard jar with the little spoon.
This is it, and can't see it.
Nope, you have to put a picture up. I bubbled it so it wouldn't get damaged because it's got the little spoon and I didn't want the little spoon to disappear.
Why was I thinking that was so much bigger than it is?
It's just a little mustard.
It's
Nobody
tiny.
uses a lot of mustard. Mustard's disgusting.
Well, no, mustard's good,
No,
but
mustard's
that's just
disgusting.
tiny. So I will put a picture up here with the sold listing on it. But what did that sell for?
That sold for $12.99. I don't even remember where I picked it up. It was just cool looking.
That was our first mustard jar we've ever sold. So yay us. But we also did another first this past week, and that was we did our first YouTube live.
Yep.
We do a lot of recording in here. We're well
And a
over,
lot of editing.
And we're well over 100 videos. And a good portion of our time with those videos is actually spent editing out.
Editing out grams.
Yes, editing out grams, editing out everything. Like these videos are heavily edited. So going on live with no possibility of the edit and just putting yourself out there to say any old stupid thing that comes into your mind.
I did watch my mouth. I did.
It's like going out in public for the first time with really poorly behaved children, and we are the children. So we were a little nervous about doing a live,
We were a lot nervous.
but we did get through it. So we hopped on live on Trading Post Pickers channel with Christina and Scott.
And we were talking about doing it for just an hour, and we were worried about how are you going to fill that whole hour of content. But it actually ended up being like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, they said, well, let's hop on and we'll just talk for an hour. And we're like, what do you talk about with people for an hour?
We had a good time.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was actually really surprising because people aren't someone I want to talk to for an hour most of the time. But Christina and Scott made it fun, and that hour did go by really quickly.
We questioned each other.
Yep.
We had questions that we asked each other. It was interesting.
So if you guys get a chance, hop over and watch the live we did on Trading Post Pickers channel. And while you're there, give them a like and subscribe. They're a small channel like we are, and we're just kind of growing together, and every bit helps. So if you get a chance to hop over and say hi to them and tell them Grams and Pop sent you.
Yes, do that.
All right, back to the heavily edited part of the video. What sold next?
We sold some Fisher-Price Little People Sweet House furniture.
Looks like that one there. All right, what'd those guys sell for?
$13.99. And I got a whole lot more. Go on my channel, go on my YouTube, buy some furniture.
Yeah, if you just happen to be furniture shopping for your little people, there you go. We got a lot of it. What do you got next?
Something we picked up in amongst our UPS trucks. We sold our little mini caravan motorhome.
Oh yeah, so little scale camper here.
It has slides. Like the sides slide out.
Yeah, they actually.
Don't break it. There's 2 slides. You're gonna break it. You're gonna break it.
Okay, so they kind of slide out. Doors
cool.
open. I recommend giving that to someone with smaller fingers than mine because
Looks
I don't
like
want to break it. But it is pretty cool little caravan camper thing. And that sold for how much?
$9.49.
And what do we have in those? We didn't have much in them.
I think we paid $1 for the whole bag of UPS trucks and everything. I listed the other 2 and threw 1 away. So we had 5. So we have like 20 cents in each one.
All right, so what do we get next?
We sold an Odyssey golf club cover.
All right, another one of these guys.
That one said it was for a putter.
So yeah, that one's a putter head cover.
It looks like a boot.
And yep, it looks like a boot. I think we've sold, I know at least one of these, maybe 2 of them already.
Nope, we
Just
had
one?
3 and we have 1 left.
Okay, so we've got 1 of these left. So these are selling pretty quick and they're not expensive. They're selling for how much?
$7. And they're pretty, I mean, if you look in there, that's like pretty new.
It's like Velcro. I mean, you can
It's
tell
white.
there's never been used, but yeah,
pretty
head
cool.
covers are actually just kind of bread and butter items. They're not selling for a lot of money, but they're selling quick and we didn't pay much for them. So we're well in the profit on those already. What else you got?
One of the things that I have a whole lot of that I have not listed lately, but we sold some of my weird silverware that I got, that whole set, the Eldon. We sold some knives and forks.
All right, so it's these guys. All right, so it's a bunch of knives and forks out of the set that we bought at our first garage sale back this year.
Yep, and I paid $10 for the whole set.
Yeah, she bought, I don't know, what is it, like an 8-place set or something
Yes.
of these. And it was $10 for the whole set, and we've already sold silverware out of it, so we're broke even on it. So I think these are all profit at this point.
Yep.
And those sold for how much?
Total, they sold for $96.71, and that's free ship. But I think they were like $8 a piece.
Yay for silverware, I guess. Okay, and probably the last big change on the channel, and a lot of you already know because you're new here and you came over as part of this big change, and that is we've hit 1,000 subscribers. And that comes in big thanks to Chris over at Old School Picker. He sent kind of an all call to his crowd, the OSP family over there, to come over here and subscribe to push us over the line. And I think at the time we needed 33 subscribers. And I believe as of recording this, we've had probably 130 people come over. So
We're at 1,100
yep. Like,
or so.
yeah, we broke 1,100 this morning, I think. And a lot of people have commented that OSP sent them, Old School Picker sent them over. I don't even know what to say about that. That was an amazing show of support. It was an amazing show of...
It was. We were out garage sailing, and he just kept saying, "Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's not." And his phone just kept going off and off and off and off the whole time we were garage sailing.
Yep, we were an hour away from home sourcing when the phone started kind of going off, and it took us a minute to figure out what was going on, and that Chris had released a video and mentioned us in that video. We caught on pretty quick that that's what had happened, but the phone never shut up for 8 hours. Like we kept getting notifications for 8 hours straight. It was just ding, ding, ding.
And he wouldn't mute it.
No, I was not going to mute it.
It was so annoying, but
It was amazing.
it was good. It was amazing, but it was annoying.
Chris, thank you very much. You guys are awesome, and we are
Thank you.
super stoked that we're part of that group of people over there.
Thank you, OSP family.
Yep. Big shout out to Chris and Shannon over there. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys run an amazing channel. And more importantly, thank you to all of the people that support Chris and Shannon on Old School Picker channel. The audience over there is, I know he likes to say he has the best audience on YouTube, and I think there's a good chance that's true, and I think they proved it. So now we have part of that audience. So Chris, we're going to give you a run for your money for the best audience on YouTube. Since we're sharing an audience, I think we're in the running.
We should be. There's 2 of us and 1 of him.
Yeah, but he's smarter than both of us.
Yeah, but he's not as pretty as me.
Well, he's prettier than me, so
I don't know.
we're going to have to cut that part out. I want Chris to know I said he was prettier than me.
I don't think so. I think you should leave it in.
All right. So once again, thank you guys. It's super cool that this many people want to watch our channel. We're going to keep doing the best we can, and we look forward to chatting with you guys in the comments through the years. All right, so we're going to get back to work. And what's the next thing that sold?
We sold an LSP. Oh, I didn't even do that right. LPS. We sold a Littlest Pet Shop Licking Kitty.
Is that one there?
She's a magic motion.
Littlest Pet Shop, as always, kind of a easy, quick mover. Easy to list, easy to ship, and they move pretty consistently. And that one sold for how much?
$4.49.
Not a lot, but $4 times 2 or 3 or 4 of these every single day really adds up pretty quick, so we don't mind doing them. What's next?
So I picked up a whole lot of Tupperware one day. A lot. We sold 3 bowls.
It's 3 of these guys. 3 bowls with lids here.
Yep.
And I know we wouldn't have paid much for these.
No, I'm pretty sure I paid like $1 for all of them.
Yeah, so we got literally pennies in these. And these 3 bowls sold for how much?
$10.75. Yay, Tupperware.
Yay for Tupperware, another bread and butter. I just realized like Tupperware is Kevin's littlest pet shop.
Sorry for taking a portion of your, what do they call your market space?
Yep, watch out Kevin, we're coming for you.
I do like Tupperware and I have a whole lot more to list.
All right,
A lot of unique things.
So what do you got next?
Up last, we sold a pair of Rock Revival Enos jeans.
It's them ones there. I want to be real sure that I heard you and so did everyone else hear you.
I
What
said
do they call?
Enos.
Okay, make sure.
Ennis, and they're crop pants.
Enos. That could be taken.
That's why I
wrong.
enunciated to start off with, because I knew you were going there.
Good job. I'm just a child. Sorry. More sparkle butt jeans.
Yep.
This one even has a sparkly button.
Yep,
Like
they
a
have
crystal.
sparkly buttons on the back too.
Those sold for how much?
$30. And in case you care, under Bugs Bunny, I think you can see them from my camera. Under Bugs Bunny, those all be jeans. I got a whole bunch more to list.
Yeah, she has been on a sparkle butt jeans buying spree. Mm-hmm. Like every garage sale we go to now, I always had to wait for her. Now I have to wait for her to sort through clothing, which I love.
I only do the pants. I only do the pants.
All right, guys, so that's it for today. That's all we've got for you. Once again, thank you, Scott and Christina over there for hosting our first live YouTube experience, and big thank you to Chris and Shannon over at Old School Pickers channel for sending everybody over and the big show of support that bumped us over 1,000 subscribers. And we will see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.